Welcome everyone. Welcome to my channel. I hope you guys are doing good. Today we'll be talking about wealth and riches and what are the movies that you should be inspired by to gain wealth and riches. So the main movie, there are quite a few good movies that you should be watching. Just, just setting up my system here to watch the movie and give you guys a review on this extraordinary movie on how to get rich. Different movies that you should watch to get rich. And I will give you an analysis of one good movie. Okay, here are some of the movies that you should be watching if you want to become rich. Number one, The Godfather. Number two, Rocky. Um, okay, so let's talk about The Godfather a bit. It's an iconic movie that has, in fact, turned history. It has made history. It's based on a book of the same name. The book was an extraordinary hit. When an aging patriarchy transfers control of his business to his reluctant son Al Pacino, the protagonist is played by Al Pacino. Al Pacino stars in the movie, which makes it even more iconic. We aren't going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you anymore because I don't want to spoil it to you. Do watch the movie. Second movie is Rocky Balboa, starring Sylvester Stallone, a man who gets a rare chance to fight a heavyweight championship, and on back his self-respect. Third, American Gangster. Another gangster movie, just like The Godfather. It's about the mafia and the mobs. The movie stars Denzel Washington, a great actor, and Russell Crowe, another great actor, who have come out to give this great movie for us. Okay. The next one is The Count of Monte Carlo. Jim Caviezel and Guy Pearce. That's it. Just watch the movie. No, I'm kidding. I'll give you more. I'll give you the gist of the movie now. The movie is about a man. The movie is about a man falsely imprisoned by his so-called friend and how he manages to get out and exact revenge. It is an adoption of the movie it is the adoption of a book with the same name. The storyline is basically imprisonment and revenge, but also has other elements. Casino. It's a Robert De Niro masterpiece. Casino is a movie that came out in 1995. The movie is about the mafia associated with running a chain of casinos in Las Vegas and how he rose to power. It's a journey of power and his altercations with his friends, which creates complications with his wife, which creates complications in his life. We think that Robert De Niro is good enough of good enough of charm to watch the movie, and you can learn how to deal with complicated situations and get out of them as well. It is so the three major points that you will learn are ensuring all safety measures for your returning customers, must engage with professionals and handle critical situations, be prepared with politics for all situations for the beforehood of the customer and the company. Cocktail. We are not talking about the Bollywood romantic comedy. We are talking about the 1988 Tom Cruise starring movie about a man who drops out of college and becomes a bartender to make ends meet. He has dramas and works hard to fulfill them. Oh, by the way, before I move any further, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. We will be doing a review of all these movies in the coming videos, so stay tuned, and hopefully all these movies help you become rich and find your financial stability in life. And remember, the true key to financial stability is to have cash flow and time. Time is true wealth. The next movie, Pursuit of Happiness, a wonderful journey between a father and a son, starring Will Smith and his son. The movie goes about these two characters who have a powerful performance, and at the end of the movie bring tears to your eyes. Nothing more should be said about this movie, as it is a movie about how you get from nowhere to somewhere and all the struggles in between getting to a place to success and it's the in between. Usually people show you the whole step, but this is the in between. It is the ladder to success, the climb to ladder to success, but they never show you the reach on top. The next movie is Goodfellas, the 1990 movie of again Robert De Niro is a class apart. The movie is about the mob life of New York City. It is about a man who with his friends starts a journey from being a petty criminal to a gangster. The movie is cold-blooded and portrays a turn mob culture which in most movies are presented neatly. It's more like survival of the fittest. Okay, after Goodfellas, the movie we are talking about is The House of Cards. This show is something that even words can't describe. The plot, characters, and top of the acting makes the show a success. The show is about a congressman and his wife who exact revenge on the people who betray them. It teaches us to weigh all odds before trusting someone. Kevin Kevin Spacey is the lead role in a dream that in a drama, the expression, dialogue delivery, he makes you sit with awakes or he makes you sit with awestruck Robin Wade, who portrays his wife, is equally stunning. The show has 6 seasons, so we've got you covered on the good times. The Social Network, the story about the man, the founder of Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg. This movie tells us the struggle and the hard work that went into creating something the world can't live without. And the first step towards a platform that eventually paved the way to other similar platforms. Not only did he put a lot of hard work, he also had to face criticism and loss of personal relationships in the journey of creating his masterpiece. Jessa Eisenberg portrays Zuckerberg in an unforgettable movie. His portrayal of Zuckerberg is stunning and to the point and matches every setting in the movie. It also features Justin Timberlake. Uh, the next movie, this is a bonus movie for you guys, and we are going to start today's review of how to get rich movies with The Founder. More, more specifically, if you love burgers, we got your back. It's the founder of McDonald's. This movie will tell you McDonald's are household name. Now we just another burger shop until the owner met God sent salesman Ray, who took it upon himself to make the place renewed. So grab some burgers, preferably McDonald's, and watch this journey. We hope you enjoy this movie in specific, because this movie is all about to change your life. Let us start watching this movie. Let's do it then. Well, I could watch Bullet Train instead, but we are going to watch the Founder. Yes. And let's start. Not able to get the HD version. Let's just check. So, movie that released in 2016. TWC, the product of TWC, Film Nation Entertainment, Falero House, the Combine, sorry. It's based on a true story. The Founder. The title just opened up, and we are getting into a movie and also starting a journey towards wealth and riches. The opening shot is brilliant. It carries an emotion. Okay, so the movie starts with the founder breaking the fourth wall and talking to you directly about the problems that he is facing with his business. Okay, there's a small lag. He's talking to a person named Mr. Griffith. Okay, so he's not breaking the third wall, but he's having a conversation and he's making a sale of a blender or a mixer that can make smoothies or shakes, basically. Brilliant, brilliant dialogue, and the way he is trying to sell this, it is gold. He is putting the customer on top, making the customer feel good, and he is throwing in all the curveballs towards the customer so that he buys the product. Brilliant. Money is all about sales. You get your sales, you get your money. It's all about treating your customer well, and this is what he's got in hand. The customer said no. The customer said no. The music is brilliant. He was not breaking the fourth wall, but the shot was put in such a way that it was breaking the fourth wall and it was directly talking to you, trying to make the sale to you, the viewer. He's got a little diary, he's noted everything down, where he has to go, at what time he has to go. He is very organized. Shows a very 80s setting, 80s music. So he just identified a problem that they were taking too long to make the service. He's ordered something and it's taken him too long to get the orders, and he's like, I ordered this like 20 minutes ago. So he's identifying problems as he goes to each place. He's identifying different problems. I think that would be key points. It is to identify problems within an already existing service, make it better, and then sell it to the customer again, which will make them come towards you. Sometimes you don't have to find a new product, you just have to find an alternate to an existing product and make it better. The alternate has to be better. The key point is to identify the pain points of every single consumer, at least of your niche. So with every place that he goes to pitch his idea of selling a blender, he is noticing each of these cafes or these burger joints have flaws, and he has not yet realized those flaws. But I am able to see the trend. Let's see what happens in the movie. It's getting very interesting. First 4 minutes into the movie, and it is super interesting. So he hasn't made a single sale today, talking to his wife, telling him it's a great day, But he knows it's not a great thing. Pulls out a disc, pulls out a record, puts it on the record player, and starts playing some music. It's an audiobook about persistence. Persistence is very important. Pours himself a drink. It's a brilliant audiobook. I should get it myself. It talks about persistence and how the world is filled with educated fools. That was a brilliant line. He says, "It is in you to create your own future." Remember that. You need to have a goal. And you need to be flexible enough to reach that goal. For it is in your hands to reach success. A man is what he thinks about all day long. A person is what they are. What the thoughts of a person defines a person. So rejection after rejection after rejection, he slumped, pulls out a can of alcohol, opens it, takes a sip. He's feeling failure hit him. Payphone, calls up Prince Castle Sales. Okay, something's coming up. So somebody calls, a person from McDonald's calls in and orders 8 shakes, and this guy is surprised. What is happening here? Nobody orders 8 shakers for one place. And now his curiosity gets to him. So now he's figuring out where McDonald's. So McDonald's didn't really belong to him. It already existed. He's finding it on the map. He hits the road to go to McDonald's to find out what this is. Camera work is beautiful. Learning a lot already from this movie. There is no sweetness to success if you did not have the bitter defeats. He's in St. Bernard City Limits, 66 West, California. So he's trying to find McDonald's. He's looking around. He spots his eyes on McDonald's hamburgers and it is crowded. So he realizes that in McDonald's, things are moving fast. His order was simple. All this while he is analyzing and figuring out what's happening and how things are moving so fast. He makes his pay, gets his change, and everything is ready to go. He just ordered, he got his food, and he is surprised because every other place that he went to, somebody has figured out the solution to his problem. Brilliant. Brilliant stuff. So he's sitting there observing people eat. It is like an ad shoot for him. So he meets the owner of McDonald's. He actually meets McDonald's on his first visit to McDonald's. Kind of convenient, but let's say it happens. Everything is possible in life. Everything in McDonald's is super organized and everybody is working. It's industrialized basically. So that's what you're supposed to learn. Nice. So they customize the entire kitchen, and Ray is astonished as to how McDonald's has come up with this. It is brilliant. This is innovation at its peak, and every entrepreneur should know that innovation gets you places. It gets the job done. Brilliant. So it was started by the McDonald's brothers, and I mean, watching the whole system play out, it's very inspiring to just get out there, search for problems, and make things better. I mean, there were many burger joints, but this burger joint is doing something different, and that's what's catching Ray's eyes. So now they're telling the story of actual story of McDonald's, and it starts with this black and white image of both the brothers just sitting as kids, and they're telling the story about how they wanted a means to an end. They were hungry. They had a theater before, so the McDonald's brothers had a form of business. So they had failed at one business, which led to the success of the other business. So failure is an important stepping stone. Each and every entrepreneur has failure to his list of things that led him to success. And everyone's met a terrible failure before they ended up with their successful entrepreneurship. And it's most probably because of the lessons learned and the improvements that they made on the lessons that were learned. Let's carry on. brilliant. This is mind blowing what they've done. They moved the entire building. So this discussion is all about problems and solutions and how they got about the problem, how they added value to the customer. So every other burger joint, which was a drive-through, the model was failing, and the McDonald's brother knew that they had to do something different. And that different, doing something different was leaving the old model, finding a new model, and catering to speed. Speed was lacking in the burger business, and they found that out and they started working on it, which Ray was clearly getting a hint of in the beginning of the movie. The way the McDonald's brothers have built the kitchen is absolutely beautiful. They go to a tennis court, they draw the exact length of this model kitchen where everything functions and a burger is made every 30 seconds. And that, my friends, is innovation at its best. Let's keep watching. So not only have they figured out a kind of lineup, a pipeline to making burgers, but they bring in their staff so that the staff can figure out ways to move around the kitchen so that when they build it, they don't have problems. Trial and error. They try it even before setting it up and figure out all the other errors, fine tuning it, making this whole first part of the first 20 minutes of this movie exciting as it is. They're calling it a crazy burger ballet. So they've drawn the whole kitchen on the tennis court, and every time the employees bump into each other or they're finding it difficult to do something, they're noticing it, writing it down, changing things over, and getting them back to doing things. And most of business is trial and error and fine tuning the business to optimize it to become better. And that is what these guys are doing. And might I say, the movies portrayed it brilliantly. But if I had to sit and watch them actually do it, oh, it would be a treat. The struggles, the thought process that went into this, oh, it must have been very exciting time. Let's carry on. The kitchen was too small, so they make it smaller and give more space for them to move around. So it's all about getting things to be efficient and moving accordingly. They've figured it out. They've figured it out. They've gotten their 3 points. The employees know, every one of them know what they're doing. There's enough of space to move around. This is how McDonald's began. One of the greatest empires of the world. And I am so proud of what they have achieved here. From simple origins to huge success. This is an industry beyond amazement. So at each step, not only are they optimizing it, but they're eliminating things that are not required for the business, that adds as an additional expense, or that makes the business difficult. At every step, they're not only building it, but they're also eliminating for efficiency and for betterment. This was the first ever system to deliver food fast. It is revolutionary. Oh wow. So the first day they open up and it was a disaster. Everyone's wondering why they should get out of the car, and what do you mean you have to get out of the car? They don't want to go to the window and they don't want to pick up food. Oh, they get out of the cigarette stands that drove in hooligans and teenagers that would ruin the business of a family crowd. And they knew their target audience. They knew what their target audience was. They knew what their target audience wanted. It's just putting them on the same platter. This is one of the most important things in business, knowing your target audience and knowing what to sell to your target audience. And if you can bridge that gap in sales, you are a hit. Let's keep moving. So what do they do to solve this problem? They put up a show. They have everything. They have the jugglers, they have clowns, they have people coming in with sparklers, and they are making it an event to remember just so people can come there and do it their way. That is the bridge, my friends. That is the bridge that they have realized. That is the bridge that they have realized that needs to be built to keep their customers coming. And this is brilliant, the way minimal marketing, but back in the day, they are going big and they are not giving up. The McDonald's brother never gave up. They kept pushing it, they kept making things better. And this is where they are at now. Let's keep watching, let's keep watching. Oh no. They did all that and they met with disaster because of the lights. The lights drove flies to the event and it was a disaster. They met success. They figured it out. So people start coming. They're an overnight sensation, 30 years in the making. The whole origin of McDonald's is they've portrayed it in 25 minutes and it is brilliant. Now Ray's sitting here on his bed thinking about how he can make this model better. He is thinking about franchising. So Ray is trying to convince them to franchise. Not sure if they're willing to accept the idea, but let's see what happens. McDonald's is still a hit. And McDonald's have already tried franchising. What? So before they came up with the idea, McDonald's had already tried this, and they failed. And they failed. So, new problem. What is the number one problem that comes with franchising? Quality control. And it is going to be beautiful to figure out how these guys come up with the solution to quality control. This movie is just getting better and better. You get to learn so much about this movie, the work that goes into starting a business, and the struggles, the effort, the failures, and to see true success. So he's in Arizona, Phoenix, and he comes to this McDonald stand and he is awestruck because it is beautiful. And he knows at this moment, at this precise moment, he knows that he's got to do something about this. That's called instinct, my friends. Instinct always works. When you have so many failures to your list, instinct kicks in and you know what is to be done. They call it the speedy system. So one of the challenges that comes with entrepreneurship is the challenge of your family. Everyone forgets this, and in this movie it shows the challenge that he's facing with his wife. And that is a challenge that needs to be taken into consideration, that if you have a family, that's when you should take all the risks before you have a family. And when you do that, once you get a family, you don't have to take a risk. And this is well put in this movie. Let's keep watching. He said an interesting line: why should I settle when other men won't? Not really an interesting line that you should tell your wife. Not really a line that you should ever tell your wife, because you need to figure out how to balance your work life and your family. Otherwise, it is going to be absolutely miserable. And they had a fight. They had a fight, and that's what happened. You have a fight, you fix it, get back to it. He's driving around his neighborhood thinking, looking, and all through this he has a process. This is a process. It's a process of collecting yourself and seeing that if you want to make this decision or not. Doesn't know if he wants to invest in it or take the franchise, but he knows he wants to be a part of McDonald's. He goes back to doing sales. The door shuts on his face and he is disappointed. The framing is absolutely thrilling. The music just adds to the gloominess of this entire set. He goes back to his car, opens the dicky, puts his blender in. Ray is devastated. All the while thinking about McDonald's, because every one of these burger joints have the same problem. Frustrated, anger, slams his hands against his car. But he knows the solution. And he's thinking about it. He's going to make a decision now. He goes to them and says, he goes to the McDonald's brothers and says, do it for your country if you don't do it for yourself. So Ray is being the best salesman right now, trying to convince the McDonald's brothers to get back into franchising. I really want to know what the challenge is that it is that so we will stop at 35 minutes of the movie. and we will carry this forward in part 2. I shall make this a 4-part review because there's a lot of value in this movie, and we should really watch. You guys should really watch this movie. I recommend it. For the first 35 minutes is just off the charts. It is brilliant. I hope you guys like this video, share and subscribe to my channel for more of these valuable lessons that we are going to learn from movies to make your lives, no, to make everyone's lives around you better. You win first and then everyone around you wins. Remember that.